Here is the paradox no one talks about. The more you chase respect, the more you perform for it, contort yourself for it, exhaust yourself trying to earn it, the further it moves from you. And the woman who stops chasing it, who turns inward, gets quiet, becomes so fully herself that she stops needing the room to confirm her worth. The room notices her. That is the paradox of respect. You cannot grab for it. You cannot people-please your way into it. You cannot shrink small enough or give enough to manufacture it. It is not given to the woman who tries the hardest. It is given to the woman who needs it the least. And today, I want to show you how to become her. Welcome back to Moon and Magnolia. I'm so glad you're here. If you've ever felt overlooked, dismissed, or like no matter how much you give, it's never quite enough, this one is for you. Today we're going into the actual root of it. The psychology, the philosophy, the real reasons some women are met with deep, genuine respect. And why others, despite being brilliant and kind and endlessly capable, are not. Settle in. Let's go there together. Most of us were taught, without anyone ever saying it directly, that respect is something you earn by being agreeable, by being easy, by managing everyone else's comfort before your own. We were taught that being a good woman meant being a soft place for others to land. And there is real beauty in softness. I'm not here to harden you, but here is what no one told us. Softness without self-possession isn't kindness. It's self-abandonment. And people can feel the difference, even when they cannot name it. The psychologist Carl Rogers called this congruence, the alignment between who you truly are and how you show up in the world. When that alignment is real, people experience you as trustworthy, as solid, as worth listening to. But when we people please, when we say yes while we mean no, smile while we're quietly hurting, shrink to fit, we become incongruent. And something in the people around us registers that, not always consciously, but deeply. Here is the painful irony. The very behavior we adopted to be loved, the endless accommodation, the self-erasure, is often the exact thing that causes people to stop respecting us. Not because they are cruel, but because you cannot fully respect someone who has disappeared. To understand why so many of us end up here, we have to go back. John Bowlby showed us that the earliest relationships of our lives become a template, a working model our nervous system carries quietly forward, shaping every friendship, every romance, every dynamic we ever walk into. If you grew up where love felt conditional, where affection came most easily when you were agreeable, quiet, undemanding, your nervous system drew a conclusion: be easy, be palatable, make them comfortable. Then you will be safe. That strategy worked then, but you are not a child anymore. And that blueprint, if never examined, will follow you everywhere. Simone de Beauvoir wrote that a woman is not born, but rather becomes. So much of who we are has been shaped by expectation, by conditioning, by the quiet, constant story of what a woman is supposed to be. Reclaiming your self-respect begins there, with the willingness to ask, is this actually mine, or did I inherit it? So here it is, the quiet secret. The women who are most deeply respected are not the loudest, not the most impressive, not the ones who have mastered some set of social techniques. They are the most self-possessed. Self-possession means to be in ownership of yourself. Your thoughts, your time, your energy, your presence. To be genuinely at home in yourself. Epictetus wrote, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." Self-possessed women live this. They don't exhaust themselves managing how others perceive them. They tend to their own clarity, their own values, their own becoming. And from that stillness, a kind of gravity emerges. People are drawn to it. They trust it. They respect it. Albert Bandura called this self-efficacy, the deep interior belief in your own ability to act, to navigate, to handle what comes. Women with genuine self-efficacy don't need constant validation to feel real. And that quiet independence is magnetic in a way that performing and proving never will be. But self-possession is not coldness. It is not armor. It is the very thing that allows you to be more genuinely soft. Because your softness is no longer a survival strategy. It becomes a choice. And a woman who is soft by choice, not by fear, that is a woman people feel when she walks into a room. So what does this look like in a real life, on a real day? Let's get into it. The first shift, the pause. People pleasers are fast. We sense the need and fill it before we've checked in with ourselves. So begin there. When someone asks something of you, pause before you answer. Even 5 seconds. Let yourself arrive at what is actually true before you speak. That pause is not rudeness. It is self-respect in real time. And over time, people notice. Your yes is a real yes. Your words carry weight. That alone changes how they treat you. The second shift. Let your no be whole. A no wrapped in 4 apologies and an elaborate explanation is a no that doesn't believe in itself. And people will push on it because it signals there is room to push. You do not owe anyone a reason for honoring your own limits. I'm not able to do that. Full stop is a complete sentence. Your steadiness teaches people how to meet you. The third shift, receive without deflecting. Women who struggle to be respected often struggle to receive. We deflect compliments. We minimize care. We redirect generosity somewhere safer. But receiving is an act of self-worth. When you say thank you and let something actually land, you are telling the world, I believe I am someone worth giving to. That belief radiates. People feel it, and they respond to it. The fourth shift, stop explaining yourself into smallness. Notice when you over-explain your choices, your feelings, your needs, as if you are constantly on trial. Ask yourself, am I sharing or am I apologizing for being real? You are allowed to have preferences without a dissertation. The woman who states her truth simply and then goes quiet is far more powerful than the woman who fills every silence with justification. The fifth shift, speak from your center. Jung described the self as the integrated, authentic core of who a person truly is. When you speak from that place, not from anxiety, not from performance, not from what you think someone wants to hear, people feel the difference immediately. Before difficult conversations, ask yourself, what is actually true for me here? Begin there. Always begin there. The sixth shift, tend your inner world. Self-possession is not a destination. It is a daily returning to yourself. Slow mornings, stillness, journaling, nature. The quiet moments where you ask, how am I really? What do I need today? The woman who knows herself deeply cannot be easily diminished. She knows the difference between someone's opinion of her and the truth of who she is. She carries her own light. And the world, without quite knowing why, treats her accordingly. Here's what I want to leave with you. Respect is not something you perform into existence. You cannot earn your way there through more accommodation. It is a byproduct. It is what happens when a woman becomes so genuinely, quietly herself, that her presence alone communicates. I know who I am. I know what I value. I am not available to be made small. That is the quiet secret. Not a technique, not a script, a return. Welcome to Moon and Magnolia. Subscribe and stay a while. Until next time, go gently, go slowly, and remember always, you are already enough.